Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is the co-host, Ernie. Sitting on top of the desk is his faithful companion. Ernie calls him the rubber ducky. The rest of us on Sports News Review call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie. It's been a week since we did our last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. And we got the first board up, and it's netball for what it's going to be for a while, Ernie. As usual, I don't have to touch that board and leave it up. So, once again, netball, women's. In England, it started March the 14th, and in Australia, it's going to start April the 5th. And what we'll do, Ernie, is we'll go to the first scores, and I'll have to move your picture. I'll hit pause. This time I'll hit pause to make it look more professional. Alrighty, Ernie. We'll start the first game. London Pulse 78, London Mavericks 42. And I guess the London Pulse are picking up and continuing on from last season, Ernie, where they ended their season very well, and yeah, that's a nice score. Okay, now the Cardiff Dragons and the Birmingham Panthers. Now, there was an injury report on that one. Okay, what I'll do, Ernie, is I'll get to the story on that real quick. That there was a injured player, and I'll take. You know what I'll do, Ernie? Is I'll hit pause and get on the story because I don't know which team it came. But the game was suspended due to an injury. Okay, Ernie, I looked over the story. I'll go real quickly for you, Ernie. Okay, the player that was injured was on the Cardiff Dragons, and her name is Leah Middleton. And let's see, it's these. Let's look at it. Where I had it here before. Okay, yeah. So yeah, okay. So the Dragons were hosting the Panthers. And let's see. Let's see. Okay, so then the after this dramatic injury, the game was postponed due to the game was just postponed due to Middleton's injury. I don't know what it is. I don't. I'm not gonna look for it, Ernie. Let's see. It's just something like I don't. I'm not gonna even care what the nature of the injury is. And I don't. Like of course it's all about like hoping that the player can full recovery from this, and we'll see. And let's see. Oh, it's okay. Okay, so Middleton is scheduled to undergo surgery, but you can have surgery. What's be called, Ernie? If it was something like a broken leg or broken arm, anything like that, like a crack in some kind of bone, that technically is surgery. So it, just the word surgery doesn't have to signify that that it's really bad. Like it's, I don't think it's like Damar Hamlin. To do it, what they would have said was similar to Damar Hamlin incident that was from the Buffalo Bills, Ernie. It's NFL, and I don't think it's. I don't want to look it up because I just don't. There's no need. People can, if they're that interested, they can look it up themselves. It's the Cardiff Dragons player, and it's just once again it's mentioned the name. And that's Lee. Was it Leah? Leah. Okay, is it Middleton? Where I'm trying to look for it now. Where'd it go? I've seen everything. Yeah, Leah Middleton. Okay, so that kind of puts a damper on things. It was kind of odd how I found out about this injury is because I kept looking at the webpage with the score, the Cardiff Dragons and Birmingham Panthers, and there was no score. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Did they forget to put the score in? So I didn't think nothing of it, like the game was abandoned, and they call it abandoned. I mean, I don't think there's a makeup game. They don't plan a makeup game for this. It's okay, or they didn't say like, well, everything happens so quick, so fast. Details are once again could be sketchy. They both teams play again Friday or Saturday or Sunday this weekend, and they'll uh, they'll probably issue statements. I'm saying like the Netball Super League in England. I'm going to say that they're going to issue statements on the issue, Ernie. Like what is the what's going forward? Like as far as rankings go in the future, if a playoff implication, they must be discussed. I mean, but both teams could be. They've said that both teams lost the first two games, so maybe if both teams are out of playoff contention, that one game won't make or break. They'll probably just say, "Okay, that was the abandoned game. And leave it at that." It's all. I'm gonna say it's everything is just like starting. Right? Like it's just everything's happening quick, and well, at first it seems like I've experienced a lot, or in life where it's like, first it seems like, oh, okay, what about how do I bring up this without sounding morbid? How do I bring up that without sounding like, oh, I don't care about the players, which I do, but then I know it's a balance of like when they discussed this the next the implications of missing that game, and I'm gonna say what to refer to that. I don't think I don't think both teams were playoff contention, possibly. Anyways, even though it's only the third game of the season, but you can almost tell like how the teams are doing. And okay, so well, I never looked up every Birmingham Panthers, and I was doing the basketball, the college basketball with Sylvester, Ernie. It's just yeah, I get exhausted, and then we got the chance to do the show today, Ernie, the World Sports News with Ernie on a Monday. Because next Monday, Ernie, well, I always bring it up at the worst. I bring it up between netball games. I'm horrible, Ernie. I just gotta slow down. We'll talk about this later. about okay. After this, we'll talk about it right before the next story. About next Monday. It's not a big deal, Ernie. You already know. I'm just. It sounds scary. Like, oh, what's going on? Well, next Monday is the Final Four basketball game, and the live stream. We're gonna move you to Wednesday. We're gonna do next edition of World Sports News will be on a Wednesday. That's all the announcement I was trying to say, Ernie. And yeah, Felix is saying, Ernie. Felix is saying to me like, you're being dramatic. Yes, I am. Felix is correct. I'm being too dramatic on it. Okay, so and also like once again, don't want to step on anyone's feet about the topic of like when the about this. I didn't. That's why I didn't bother looking up. Are they gonna do a makeup game for this? And it's not important right now. Well, as they say, Ernie, the globe is spinning, and we gotta move on to the next game. And it sounds mean, Ernie. I understand, Ernie. Ernie wants to send cards. I understand. I understand. Yeah, Ernie says like he wants everyone to sign it. Yeah, Ernie. Yeah, but how am I gonna get through there in England and all that? From Sports News Review, that'd be touching. The picture of the whole cast get well from Sports News Review. Yeah, but just you think you can get? It's too much. It's just a lot of work for for. I have no idea what the payoff is going to be. How am I going to get the I guess to the Mavericks team? I guess there is. I guess email the Mavericks, but then I really I don't have it. I got to get my own account, Ernie. Like we don't have. That's the thing, Ernie. This is it makes it that I know once again. We're between games of netball and when I'm talking about other nonsense and I just need to I can't I gotta slow down here. Right? I'm going too fast here. Okay, just get back to the games, Ernie. Just stick to what's I know I'm gonna stick to any script, but you don't have a script. But at least stick to some kind of script. Okay, so with that, Ernie, I'm gonna go to the next game, which is the Manchester Thunder and the Nottingham Forest. Now, once again, Nottingham Forest. I didn't hear that. I didn't see that name last season. So, I thought, okay, is it an expand? I didn't look into it. I didn't get into the reveal. And well, um, when you look at the score, the Manchester Thunder 81 and the Nottingham Forest 65. Now, you're looking now, it's the game next week would be big if it Manchester Thunder and the London Pulse right now. And the Loughborough Lightning next game. Yeah, so I mean those we go let's just go to the next game then. The Leeds Rhino 58 and the Loughborough Lightning 72. These are two teams recognizable from last season. Leeds Rhinos, they didn't do so well this season. Loughborough Lightning, I think we're always, if I remember correct, I even forgot I forgot when the champ. I forgot a lot of things on it because you know. It's just the way I do that for a lot of sports. I forget who wins the championship, then I forget. Something's got to remind me. But Leeds Rhinos, I remember they were not, they weren't top of the, they weren't top of the standings last season. I think they were in the bottom tier, and the Loughborough Lightning were on the top tier. So you got Loughborough Lightning with the 72 and it Leeds Rhinos 58, and so you got the Loughborough Lightning, the London Pulse, and the Manchester Thunder right now, and they are the three to really look out for. Like, that's the thing. Mavericks did well last week. It's those are the three teams right now that you think if you're gonna get the pulse of the league, this, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say the London Pulse, yeah, Manchester Thunder, and Loughborough Lightning. Three teams to look out for. Now let's do what we should do again is look at the schedule real quick and see the next games. I don't even have it up yet. I don't have it because I gotta go to the Netball Super League. Okay, Netball Super League. Okay, Netball Super League. Come on, Netball Super League. Okay. Okay, let's get through the Netball Super League. Okay, Netball Super League. Netball Super League. Okay. Okay, we got that score. Okay, oh, they stop right there. Okay, so I need, okay, fixture, that's what I need to do. I need fixtures. Okay, fixtures. Okay, we got that. Okay, we already know that. Okay. Where's we're out. Oh, round 1, 2, round 3. That's okay. Round three, we just come. Round four. Okay, round four. Okay. Okay. Leeds Rhino, London Pulse. Okay, that's on. Remember, that's 5 hours ahead on Friday the 4th at 7. Is it 7 o'clock, 1900 hours? That's 7 p.m. for you civilians out there, Ernie. That's the Leeds Rhinos, the London Pulse. Now, that one I'm going to expect from this kind of result that the London Pulse are going to win that game. And let's see now. There's Nottingham Forest, and what's it? What's the LAG again? I can't remember what the LAG again is. Is it the Lightning? Yeah, Loughborough Lightning. Oh, okay. LAG. Okay. Nottingham Forest, Loughborough Lightning. Now, Nottingham Forest put up some decent points against the Manchester Thunder. We don't know how many were just the last minutes. They call it the easy points to get because Manchester was probably not trying as hard. And depending on how the game was going in the end. Now, the Loughborough Lightning, by the way everything looks, yeah, I'd say that next week that the Loughborough Lightning should win that game. And then we go to wrong one. Go to I gotta go back to that again. I gotta go to fixtures and results again. I hit back on the tablet, Ernie. I hit back and that's okay. Oh yeah, I gotta go to round 4. Okay, and I got the Cardiff Dragons. Okay, after the game, Cardiff Dragons are gonna play the Thunder. Okay, the Manchester Thunder. Yikes! Okay, that's a game they're gonna have to go through. It's a regular season now. Yikes! I mean, they signed up for it. They're gonna have to go for it. Yikes! The Manchester Thunder. Look at that, 81. I mean, I to 65. I'm gonna say the Manchester, obviously, the obvious choice there, Manchester Thunder next week. Okay, how do I hit back? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh no, I didn't. Jeez, you make the mistake. Fixtures and results. Okay. Round 4. There we go. Round 4. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, last one. Okay, the Mavericks and the Panthers. Okay, so the Mavericks and the Panthers. Sunday. You know, that one is going to be Ernie. That's going to be a game of the Panthers. Mavericks. It's a game of like they're gonna. It's gonna be a close game based on two teams that might not be in the top 4 team, top tier, the top 4, but they're both, in my opinion, right now, they're probably going to be not in the playoffs. But this game, like who? Okay, right now, who would I pick then? Obviously, in the playoffs, the London Pulse, the Manchester Thunder, and the Loughborough Lightning. My 4th team, I don't know. I just don't know. And but yeah, so that'll be a close game based on. And as far I can't see a clear cut winner. I think either it's that one. It's a toss up. I don't know who's gonna win that game because they're both the middle of that pack team that like and both. I'm not sure if they're both the expansion team or they just name change. But obviously they weren't like the London Pulse of last season or the Loughborough Lightning of last season. The Manchester Thunder too, also of last season. I mean, those 3 teams last season did really well also, and So yeah, it's this one you're definitely gonna need to see as the season goes along, Ernie, on who is really the contenders or they've been pretenders all season. Oh, that hurts. I don't like to say that. Or, it's too. I want to take that back and say, you know what? It's too cliches. Is that too much of a cliche? It's easy. It's easy. I mean, they're trying their best. You know, it's it's just the way it goes. You spread out talent, and certain teams just end up getting a little bit better talent, and you got a lot of you got fill-ins too. They need to, that's when they decide on four teams, and you know, let me say 8 teams. Did I say 4 teams? 4 games, 8 teams. So, it's like either they have to go to 6 teams or 8 teams, and it just didn't look like enough season to go 6. So they went 8. I understand to go 8 teams. Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm getting at. Oh no, I'm gonna say this, Ernie, that I was saying that it's easy to follow netball for like the right now, and in Australia, and it starts to come up, is because you just have to follow the 8 teams. You're looking at the scores right now. I know it's hard to see the games. Like to watch the games is really tough and all that. But it's just yeah. It's if you're just learning sports and learning everything in life, and yeah, I mean, you could do your own trends and that, and then if you want to help out someone else in life, where you could you're learning that in life that maybe you don't like the NFL, the NHL, and but you like the sports that we do on World Sports News with Ernie. But that doesn't mean you don't have to not like. Just because Ernie doesn't watch the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean that I won't. And Felix, of course, watches the Super Bowl. Now, Ernie doesn't watch the World Cup. I don't give a crap about the World Cup like I used to anymore. eh, Felix just goes for the betting. That's all. It's all about the betting with Felix when it comes to sports he doesn't care about. But football, he's all in on. He loves football. Felix loves football, gridiron football, I should say, American gridiron football. Well, betting is just like the icing on the cake. He likes the bet. Okay, but Ernie, I mean, like what I'm trying to say is that someone with the skill, learning the skill set and doing really well, they can help somebody else that loves basketball. I would love to see other sports channels out there start. I'll never see them. Does Sports News Review get other people interested in doing their own thing? And I'm gonna say, sure, but am I gonna be able to catch it? Nah, and just what I just I just would like this in spirit, like Ernie, like to see everyone. Some people out there go, you know what? You could do this anonymously. You could even go get a voice changer. You do like I'm doing, with the studio, and you do a much better job, of course, with this the video board, and you hook up the video board. You get the AI. You could help out with the AI. Imagine, like there could have been we could have finished up netball, and it'd be really polished, and that was the netball, and then there would have been AI showing players doing scenes of netball, where you don't have to worry. The best thing about AI is, especially the new 10-second clips you can make, maybe like a quick one, to use at the beginning and at the end of a segment like netball. We could have used the AI generated. Like we pay the AI program, so we don't. They take the stamps out, and it's paid for. And it's not. And then Ernie. The best part is you don't have to worry about the. Inflicting copyright infringement. AI has really helped out this AI is like I don't Ernie, I guess I guess I could do a topic on. I'm just thinking of it now. It's not odd sport. We can't use our new talent yet, but I think I got a topic. The AI for the AI and amateur, YouTube broadcaster. It helps. It helps a lot because okay. So so that would be something for Sylvester's podcast. S1LV Sylvester's podcast. Okay, so then I'm gonna put AI, not a game AI, because there's Felix is already well aware of it that yeah, AI betting. We're not talking. I'm not talking that, Ernie. I'm not talking about betting, Ernie. It's about being able to show clips. If somebody wants to do a sports channel like we're doing here, and they do NHL, and then they show AI ice hockey players, whatever. As long they could repeat it in the background, one taking a shot on the goaltender, either it goes in or save. Who cares? Well, say it could go in, and the player can goes up with his arms. It was all AI generated, and they used that clip at the beginning of the segment and at the end of the segment, and then it's smooth. It could use football for okay, and then of course we call it soccer. If they do soccer, you could all different types of AI generated things. It's kind of like playing music also, and it just helps. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is nothing to be alarmed by AI. Okay, AI and amateur AI and I'm gonna put average AI and average YouTuber. AI and average YouTuber. Okay, that's okay. So I just don't have shows. I gotta think of shows because there's no NFL season, right? And in between, you're only once a week, and it's I can't do any more than once a week. That's too. They would take too much out of me. Oh my gosh, I couldn't do it. Okay, so we got all the scores here, Ernie. We've reviewed the future games. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Ernie, is gonna hit pause, and then we're gonna put a new board up. Alrighty, Ernie. We're gonna go to our next sport, surfing in El Salvador. The Surf City Pro, April the 2nd to the 12th. Ernie, I just thought about the surfing, and I went, I can't. When I went to the webpage and looked up the surfing, and I'm like, wait, something like that deja vu feeling, Ernie. And it was deja vu because we did do it. We did last season, and it's. I mean, it's just nice to be able to know that you keep a schedule. Somehow it works out. Now, we're going to be covering this again because last year, there's not last season's for the WSL, the World Surf League, which we try to get all our events from the WSL, the World Surfing League. I mean, it's we'll get to the next one how it gets. I want to just highlight the sort of highlight the of course the best. So, but we did watch some surfing too. And already we watched some on the we were the TV can go on the big TV can go on YouTube also, and we go to the WSL, the World Surf League site, and you can watch the highlights and if there's a live event, you can see live and they're live streaming. It's just awesome to like YouTube to the rescue when it comes to watching surfing, because without YouTube, I mean it would be like the old days. You'd have to have a satellite dish. There's no way, and yeah, I mean, yeah, YouTube really made it where I could, you know, come on and say, hey, you can watch surfing, and then you go to the WSL World Surf League site, and you'll be able to see some events here and there. And I mean, you never know. I mean, like you never know in life. You could, Ernie, we could have our own T-shirts, but the thing is, Ernie, I can't sell T-shirts with you on it. I don't know. Maybe I guess he is bought. Ernie is bought and paid for. I guess, but like what we're trying to say is that you're Ernie's World. World Sports News with Ernie. You're one of those. You never know in life. I dabbled into the world sport, like Ernie's World, when I was very young. Of course, there was no internet. There was nothing even close to what we're thinking. The only internet was, well, even back in the 50s and 60s, there was some kind of internet. You could call whatever. Like, there would have been some kind of way to relay messages to the army. Either way, there was probably something anything using computers and relaying messages to another whatever, like computer that was as big as a room, like you say, big as a modern whatever, like a modern bedroom or something. It doesn't matter. It could be whatever size, like I'm saying. But as long as messages are received from uh, one kind of computer to another computer, the army was doing it. That's the internet, in my opinion. Some whatever crude form. It could have just be dots and dashes for all I care. Like a Morse code through the digital world, even though it's the 60s. Still counts to me as the internet, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So the internet's so undefined on what do you call the internet, where do you start from? But either way, now the internet is what we know of since 90, or the mid 90s, when it started coming into homes. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, this whole digital world, yeah, I love it all, Ernie. I just couldn't believe, that if would I be, how would I be like if I was growing up nowadays? I guess, and then seeing a show, like, I loved my NFL football. I still do love my NFL football and CFL football. I loved CFL football when I was a kid, and I like my WFL, World Football League, back in the day, and the WLAFs, the World League of American Football, and the previous, the USFLs, and I love the XFLs, and now the USFL came back, and then the UFL, the league that merged. But I still would like my World Sports News with Ernie World. Like, I still like to watch other sports, the darts and the snookers and the surfing and the whatever, Ernie. Just like, that's our world, the World Sports News of Ernie World. And once we, like I said, Ernie, like, once we finish the program, I'm not in that World Sports News with Ernie World anymore. But outside of our program, the World Sports News with Ernie World is ones that, like, the sports that we cover. Like all the sports, we always forget skateboarding. Skateboarding. Ernie, I gotta. I just can't believe it. I always forget skateboarding. I just don't. There's so much. I don't have a staff, Ernie. You gotta. So what the thing to do is World Sports News. I got Sail GP. I got that. Okay, more Sail GPs. Now I'm gonna put skateboarding because I just it's gotta be like the best of the best for that. Like, as in like championships, like whatever, like a some kind of open championship, and obviously the United States of America is going to be primo. But if there's something in Asia or hey, Europe, hey, that's the whole thing, skateboarding. So I put it down in my notes that just to just to say like look. Like I think we had skateboarding before because I remember writing like skateboarding and funny and tried to be cute with the letters, but we stopped for whatever reason. Uh, it's there's so many shows we've done and like and I'm gonna stop doing so many promos somewhat because they count as videos because then we're close to the 500 videos, and I don't want to be doing like another 20 promos. That's kind of like it's kind of like trying to get a record breaking in hockey, ice hockey, and a lot of open goals when the goaltender was pulled. Okay, pulled and benched, put in the bench Ernie for the extra skater on. So, yeah, I mean, like promos, yeah, they count as videos. And that's it gets the actual count up a little high, but yeah, we've done a lot of programs. We stick to the Mondays and then you got to figure out what you want. Everything was a work in progress. Starting once again, even like starting before the concept of World Sports News with Ernie. Oh man, I just thought I was gonna be doing like what I thought the channel was gonna be and what had happened. I never expected this at all. No chance at all. I never expected to do a show called World Sports News with Ernie when I started Sports News Review. Never came up. Never thought. Never even this. Like you just it just happens because it happens. Whatever reason, you try to figure, came up with all kind of explanations when it's like, maybe because I wanted to be like the wide world of sports feeling. Yeah, I do. I still do, Ernie. I look at that World Sports News with Ernie sign at the marquee board on your left or be on your right, Ernie. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel like that. ABC's the wide world of sports kind of feeling. Yeah, I like the spirit of the wide world of sport. Weightlift, I see. Yeah, I mean, like Ernie, I need to win the lottery, get a staff, get oh wow, like I'd actually have a paid staff. Like I don't know how many. I haven't worked it out yet because I haven't won the lottery yet. Wait, let me win the lottery first, Ernie, and then I'll figure this one out. But it's crazy, Ernie. If I win millions of dollars, I will have a really good looking sports news review. I will help others in need, but like what? It's not going to cost much. I mean, I figured it all out. Like you start with your basic. I'm not going to get. It's obviously sports news review will not be run on a laptop anymore. I mean, it doesn't. There's no need for that. It's not going anywhere. Videos could be downloaded. I'm saying that is, with the tower and all the the peripherals it can handle. At least 3 cameras. So I'd have a monitor with the camera. It's like you got your Ernie. Ernie's like thinking like, why 3 cameras? Okay, here's why 3 cameras, Ernie. Okay, now One is always a shot of the studio from way back, and it shows the other two cameras. One camera is like you, focused on one, and the other camera is focused on the other person that could be on a desk. So you can have like whoever's talking, they like that's when they need the video, and like that's when it needs all that sophisticated uh, technology of buying this equipment. Like you're becoming a miniature studio, a miniature television studio with editing, live editing, as as in like a live stream too. At a commercial break, uh, when the television station has a commercial break, the camera or the person needs to take a break. The camera goes full out, like full pan out, as they say, where the whole studio shot again, and then you come back. It's whatever focused on both maybe four cameras. You gotta have four cameras, Ernie, working at the same time. So you know what? You need four. Yeah, one back, one focused on one possible guest, one focused on the other host, two hosts, and one. What's the other one? Focused on both. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta have four. You got one way out back, one focused on both, one focused on one individual, and one focused on the other individual that could be switched back and forth. Okay, yeah, so definitely, definitely would look into all that for sure. It's smooth. You pay people, of course, and when people are paid, they come. They just have to download everything. I already reviewed it. All right, download. No need. They work. Don't need to come to the studio. They have the email address. Uh, that email address obviously is very professional. Just given out to the staff that are doing news, because because they don't need. It's about getting the link, downloading or maybe you have to physically download it. I guess, yeah. If Well, just the script. That's you can just email the script. That's all it needs to be. Read the script. Then the studio is the part where the other end. I don't need physically people to come here in a studio. They like saying like a better studio, a bigger studio, 360 camera too version. Who cares? Just for laughs. Now, okay. Well, anyways, I'll get back to the surfing. El Salvador. We see, like I said, we've this is going to be staying on for a bit, Ernie, because it's from April 2nd to 12th. So next it's going to be up at least next week. We don't have, of course, it's still ongoing. So there, and then we'll go to our next because we're getting really 43 minutes. Yeah, we're getting very long, but we have said over and over. World Surf League is to go to the World Surf League, and you get all your good information from there. Uh, if you love the surfing. Okay, so we'll go on to our next one, Ernie, darts, and it's in Germany, and it's the International Open, and it's from April the 4th to the 6th, and I mean I just put it up because you can only highlight. I mean, it's like I said, early darts usually when it's past September, it starts getting October. Yeah, you got the big dart season coming up when it starts in September. But yeah, the summer months, you're kind of trying to find, at least one. I try to mention it out there, but once again, folks, that one. It's best to go to just the PDL, is the Professional Dart League. The PDL tours are the best because they're going to be the best players. The Luke Lidlers, the is it Kuhan Luke? What's his last name again? Oh, well, yeah. I'm just having a fuzzy memory right now, Ernie. But I just Luke Humphreys, yeah, it's Luke Humphreys. Yeah, I mean, I know a few of the dart players now. Just it's well, you pick. You got a choice. You gotta pick and choose which one you put it up on the board. I wanted to put something up, darts. You try to fill boards, and there's not much mentioned. We'll mention it again because it's on from April the 4th to the 6th. So, and tomorrow be today, Monday, March the 31st. So yeah, that's gonna start on, I guess, on a Friday. Yeah, Friday ends on the Sunday. And yeah, I mean, if you want to check it out, but once again, as far as viewing is concerned, to see darts, YouTube is not like the surfing friendly WSL. YouTube with darts, if it's the PDL, they already got their television stations, and so if you're you're in the United States of America, you got a better chance that somewhere out there on the cable land, you're gonna be able to find. Maybe you'll find a TV station that one of the cable shows that I should say cable channels that have starts. It's a possibility, but in Canada we rely on Sportsnet and TSN mostly. But there is something new called Game Television. I gotta remember to get Game TV, Ernie. We have a new talent. We hired the CEOB Bunny is okay. And of course we process. We hired, and if we can get Game Television, we can get like Tag, and that's Ernie. I know you wanted to cover Tag before, and you'll still be able to watch it. Like you're gonna be able to watch it, but you're gonna be listening in on the live stream with when our new guest, our guest, for a different type of show. And okay, so we're gonna go to the next board because we're gonna make it a faster show this time. Alrighty, Ernie, we're gonna go to snooker. We're gonna cover two countries. First one is England. And the Women's British Open. It was on March the 28th to the 30th. So this one the board will be cleared on that part. Oops, I knocked everything around. The board will be cleared on that one, Ernie, because we're just gonna go to snooker.org right now. Good source for all things snooker. Snooker. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so gotta hurry up here. I didn't hit pause, so I gotta be quicker than this. Okay, so snooker.org. Snooker.org. Alrighty. Okay, we gotta go to the Tour Championship. No. Let's see. See. Highlights. Tour Championship. Let's see. I thought we had. Oh, here it is. British Women's Open. Okay. It is a final. And, okay, so it was from March the 28th to the 30th. The Landywood Snooker Club. Okay. And let's see the results. You got, okay, there's a huge list of results, but once again, folks, everybody goes, hey, where's the winner? Yes, Ernie, everybody just wants to hear about the winner. Okay, so the runner-up who came in second place was, I can forget that flag. Okay, but it's Mink. Let me look and see what this name. Mink. Nooch. It says Mink. Oh, Nooch. Nucharat. Nutcharut. Nucharat. Mink Nucharat. Okay, so it's a professional. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's the flag of Thailand. Okay, born. It's a Thai. Oh, a female. Okay, she's from Thailand. And okay, okay. Now I see a picture of her. Mink Nuch. Let's say Nuch Rat. Mink Nuch Rat. That was the runner-up, but the winner was Ngon and Yee. So that's I'm gonna say if I say it, Ning On Yi, Ning Yan Yi, and from Hong Kong. Okay, from Hong Kong, and that was the previous champion also. Okay, so it's good to that we like got to mention women's uh, the snooker because like I said I was gonna do it last edition, Ernie, but we had enough. So I figured I'll just do it on the next edition, Ernie. And what happens? It worked out better this way, where I got to fill this board with once again the women's snooker, and it worked out better that way because well, if you would have if you watch World Sports News with Ernie, you know we cover snooker, so you could find it on your own. You probably don't know the events more than I. If you like snooker, you find out, or if you find out you like snooker, yeah, I mean you don't need us anymore. Pretty well, we did our part. We got you interested in snooker, but just maybe tune in again. Some other sport we highlight. We'll see. Okay, but the next one, Ernie. Okay, those are professionals. Okay, next one, I didn't know there was amateur. I thought it was like it wasn't. It was hard to figure out where it was, and now I know why. I ran out of A's. Also, I had one A left, so I had to use the blue ones for the date. I go, you know what? I was gonna do it for Australia, but it's too small. I go, you know what? It'll look fine for the date. Like if the dates were in blue, this one was in blue, and that one was in blue. It looked completely natural because it's smaller letters is for the date, but yeah, not for the topic. You don't want it to be small. It didn't look. It looked odd when Australia was in the blue. I mean, it would have looked nicer. I mean, Australia in the blue, but yeah, it looks better if they just use the dates for the smaller because there's a smaller font size, and that's from the marquee board, Ernie. The letters for the marquee board. You don't even use an A, so yeah, there was plenty of A's to be had. Yeah, I ran out. Just like I said, I had one A left, and I needed two. I needed an A for the March, and I needed an A for the April. I was like, oh. And then I was I was like scrambling around, going, no, I got all four. I wanted to fill all four boards up, even though it's amateur. This was amateur. It's going to be amateur, but the snooker is the same as the way darts is in the sense is that snooker, like yeah, once the weather gets it's more of the autumn and winter kind of deal where indoors and watching snooker, and but in this case now it's like it's best to that's why I put the Australia because it's best to try to catch the Australia's and the out in the Asias like Thailand's and the Hong Kong to watch because there would be like a Saturday night and it would be Saturday night Sunday morning would be a perfect time that if they have the championship at like at 10 o'clock at night, perfect to watch snooker live from starting at 10 and that. But over there it'd be a different time. It would be 6. It would be like 4 in the afternoon, or so. Yeah, I mean, we got one more board, and we're gonna end this quick. We should end this in 6 minutes, Ernie. Okay. Yeah, well, we try our best to highlight sports, but we'll admit it this time. It's an amateur. This one is an amateur event, but I just loved everything. Asia Pacific, Australia. I snooker. You mix those three together. But yeah, It's okay. It's still snooker, but it's not the professionals like the PDC or no, the big snooker league. What did I say? That's the professional darts league. Okay, okay. Alrighty, Ernie. Here's our last sport. I forgot about your picture, and I go, oh yeah, your picture from the what was it? The hotel room when you went to go see the reindeer racing. Ernie, you'll still be able to go see that, even though you're not gonna be able to cover those sports anymore on World Sports News with Ernie, only because it's the odd sport now. It's gonna be part of the odd sport review. But yeah, I mean, you'll still have that same hotel room, and you can watch the reindeer racing, but it won't be on your program anymore. The World Sports News with Ernie. So there's no difference for you. That's all. You get to watch others talk about it. Okay, now, once again, folks, you're new to World Sports News with Ernie, and somehow you see the words chess, and you go, wait, chess sports? Doesn't matter. This live stream's been, live stream, see, this video has been 55 minutes, and now 58, we're going to 56 minutes now, and I'm exhausted. I can't imagine playing chess. That's sporting to me. Oh my gosh, the exhaustion that it is to play chess. I mean, uh, think of it, then. Think of it, Ernie. Like some people they get cranky when they get a little hunger pains. Imagine in a chess match and hunger pains and not doing so good. And yeah, I mean the mental exhaustion is like sports to me. It's sporting. So, but we got a chance to put chess, women's Euro, and okay. So it begins March the 31st. Okay, that's we didn't mention it, but it's in Greece. Okay, so but then we highlight handball. It's team handball. The team handball. The women's 2025 EHF, that's the European Handball Federation European Championship. I put Euro for that because it takes too much room on the board. So that's going to start April the 9th. I just don't want to miss it at all, Ernie. That was the like when we started World Sports News with Ernie. We were looking for sports to cover, and we've out of the somewhere brainstorm was like, handball. What about team handball? Yeah, and there it was. So we don't want to forget handball. That's why I put it up so early, this event. I just don't want to forget about it. I don't want to miss out on it. Okay, so we'll have it. It begins March the 31st. Okay, wait, we forgot to mention the winner for the chess tournament, but no, it begins March 31st, and we're gonna say, yes, so we got the handball. So yeah, I mean, like if you can, you're watching World Sports News and Ernie, you just seen that there's a variety of sports out there that we're and. You don't have to have like NHL hockey. You don't have to like Major League Baseball. You don't have to like NFL football. You don't have to like European soccer leagues or World Cup coming up. But you could still watch sports. You could just pick and choose your sports, and that's how that's the whole point of World Sports News with Ernie. That we live in our world of sports that we cover and we watch. But once again, yours truly here still watches NFL football. I'm not gonna ever stop on, and I'm now college football. I'm broadening the horizon still again, trying to find ways to do the college football. The basketball, of course, will be only if the Toronto Raptors are doing in the playoffs, and then I'll be all in on that. And in NHL hockey, there has to be the Toronto Maple Leafs in on the playoffs. It's got to be more than just the first and second round. Waiting for it, close to the finals, or getting into the. Getting into the Stanley Cup Finals with Toronto. Then on Sports News Review, we're all interested on it now. Okay, so, but next Monday. Oh yeah, the announcement about next Monday would not be an edition of World Sports News with Ernie. Next Monday night is going to be the live stream of the NCAA, the college big dance. I'm calling it the college big dance final with Sylvester. It will be live stream with Sylvester. And on the Wednesday, next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday will be the new edition of World Sports News with Ernie. Then after that, World Sports News with Ernie goes back to Monday nights until the first Monday night football game. And then World Sports News with Ernie moves back to Wednesday. But for now, we're going to say for all three of us, that's yours truly, Ernie, and Felix. All three of us are saying over and out.